Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here, and we are at the Cerebi step. We want to check out windmill number 10. There's probably some hints about this thing earlier in the game, but otherwise I don't really know how you're supposed to know to do this. But we have to talk to this. Well, we have to go through this cutscene before we can get to where we want to get. And so, yeah. Basically, there's some guy that's been sheltering himself up here, this worm philosopher. And remember the Viral we defeated a really, really long time back? It was in the main game when we did that hunt. Yeah, so basically this this observer has been living here watching the Viral, but apparently not too well because we killed it and he doesn't really realize or believe that it's dead at first. And so what he does is, yeah. He's been waiting a long time to see someone defeat it, and then he fell asleep when it happened. Imagine that. But, he has something for us for defeating the Viral. The Viral, well, we have the Viral skill as a way to, yeah, because that's what he wanted. He wanted to study that or something. He'll treasure it for the rest of his days because he's weird. But he has something for us too, and it's something we need to do what we need to do. And it's a key. No, not a key to my heart, but it's a key to a place in the Sochin Cave Palace. Remember that one door that I said we'd have to come back to later in the post game? Yeah, we're going to that door now. So, to unlock that door, you have to start from the far east area, and then you want to enter these Door of Hours in a clockwise fashion. And we're just going to do this on hyperspeed, so we're not taking forever doing this aspect. Now, the boss that we're going to fight, because, well, spoiler alert, there's a boss behind this secret door, is, well, we're going to show the entire fight on camera, and it'll last basically till the end of the video. We may or may not beat it, too. That part you'll have to wait and see. So we're just going to keep going around clockwise. These guys, they're a joke at this point. Did that just say 37,000 damage? I think it did. That's awesome. But we want to keep opening the Door of Hours in a clockwise fashion until we get back to the room where we started, and at which point we will get a message saying that we did something correctly. Now, you could follow the hint and figure it out that way. The cryptic hint of whatever they said, which really means go around the doors in a clockwise fashion from that eastmost room. Or you could just look it up online like I did. Save us all some time. Yeah, again, it's not the type of puzzle I really care to figure out. We hear a door opening in the distance, so let's go to the door. Let's go this way, though. And, ooh, a treasure. A Chronos tier. Can never have enough of those. I did also restock on Phoenix Downs and Chronos tiers off camera, because we seem to be using a lot of them. Can't imagine why. Also, another thing I did was I bought the reverse spell from the clan provisioner in the Muthru Bazaar. Is it Muthru Bazaar? Muthru. It's in Rabanasta. You've seen that before. And we're all level 69. Hooray! So that means when they use level 3 disable, we'll all be hit by it. Now that's not a good thing. Well, at least we're immune to level 5 death. Is there even a level 5 death in this game? I know Zalara had the prime level death. Okay, let's get... So this boss that's in here, he's going to be weak to Holy. So I'm going to try using my physical attackers and see how this goes. my thinking behind this is that they can deal a lot of physical damage a lot quicker than we can get holy spells to go off. Balthier is still floating. That's fine. Let's turn on Protectga, Shelga. Let's turn on this Bravery for Bosch. And let's get... Yeah, we'll get Bravery for Balthier as well. And we'll let her cast all this stuff before going in. There's Protectga, there's Shelga. What we don't have is Braveryga. That one's actually not a real thing. Alright, so we're drawn to the Aztec's door, but we need to use that key that we got from the old guy. Well, okay, we don't use the key quite yet. I thought the boss was going to be behind this door. What a ripoff. There, take 20,000 damage. These Abyss Steels, not as high a level as the ones in the Hene Mines. Same with these guys. Get out of... No, don't do that. Get out of here. You get out of here. Why isn't Balthier doing anything? Okay, he has attack gambits on. He's just being slow. Alright, here's the door where we need the key. And we're going to use the H1 key and open the door. And I'm kind of glad I saved this for much later. Oh yes, the music. It's the boss music I like. Oh, it's on now. Whoa, look at that health bar. That's kind of silly. I mean, he's got... How many bars is... I'm not going to count the number of bars there are there. I mean, we're taking down one of his bars fairly quickly, but still. This is a little bit ridiculous. How ridiculous, you ask? Well, this guy, his name is Hellworm, and he has exactly 8 million. Yeah, you heard that right. 8,930,711 HP. Who thought up this number? Especially that 711. Once you're at 8.9 million, what is the point of having 711 at the end? Like, really? Is it just so a bunch of nerds can argue on forums or in chat rooms and say, oh, well, he's got 8.9 million. No, he does not have 8.9 million. He has 8,930,711 HP. Get it right. So yeah, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say 8.9 million, or I'll even just round that off to 9 million, because you're practically there anyways. This guy is kind of a powerhouse as well, dealing tons of damage. He is weak to holy, as you can see. And he has, kind of the basic worm attacks that we've been seeing from the likes of other giant worms. Was it Fafnir? Yeah, Fafnir. Fenrir's the wolf one. Fafnir. He's got a breath attack that we'll see. Yeah. And he's kind of like the first of the super bosses, if you want to call him that. Well, yeah, I consider him that. He's got over... He has 8.9 million HP. This is going to take a while. I mean, we've taken down like 4 full bars of health already. And from what I'm hearing, I haven't counted these, and I'm not going to count them on camera either. I guess there's like 50 of those bars. Yeah. If it wasn't for this music pumping me up, I don't know if I would even consider finishing it. Oh, he's doing a attack. What's this do? Now he's going to bring the house down with that. Well, he just blew up half the room. And, oh, that does stop. That's not good. Judgment is that attack's name. 19,000 per shot. Okay, I kind of want to switch out Balthier, though, because he's not doing a ton. Even though he does have the Holy Lance on, Bosch is doing just so much better. And of course, I have Ashe on the Kiraja Gambit. As long as that's going on, it's going to be hard to do this. So, yeah, I am going to use Hyper Mode a bit here. Actually, I'm going to use Hyper Mode for a lot of this, because this is the part of post games where I don't really tend to like. Like, we're just kind of sitting here, just fast-forwarding, waiting for this battle to be done. And the only reason it's taking so long is because of his massive, massive HP. I don't think any boss should have this much HP. I thought the Behemoth King was too much HP, but this is just beyond ridiculous. And to think, this still isn't the highest HP super boss in the game. Yes, we will be fighting that one. Well, I guess I just kind of spoiled how this fight goes. Well, whatever. I promised you guys we would attempt all of the hunts. Oh, here's Judgment again. So, yeah, I'll use this time to also kind of do a review of the post-game for this game. And I must say that even though there's some things that I don't like about the post-game, like the super bosses with millions and millions of HP, you know, the post-game seems to be geared to have something for everyone. It has a really annoying mazy area. Who actually wants that? It has new areas to explore, a variety of new bosses to fight, some hunts to do, which maybe I could have done something. Well, no. The Pharaoh Subterra. Because there were some hunts involving the Pharaoh Subterra. So, yeah, that's post-game content to me. Everybody is stopped. Okay, well, we can get Balthier out of here. Let's get Vaughn in here and fix something. Well, Bosch got fixed the old-fashioned way. There's treasure in here. Hey, Ashe is fixed, and she's dead. And Vaughn's dead. Okay, well, you know, maybe we aren't going to win this fight after all. Let's get some people who aren't dead in here. Yeah, let's do things like that. Okay, Fran's bringing him back. Pinello. If you could arise someone... Oh, Balthier's not actually dead. Yeah, arise Bosch. Well, we have Pinello in here now. Running around probably wouldn't be a bad idea here. Although I don't really do that. Well, I do a little bit. Why is Ashe still dead? Someone, anybody? Oh, well, that's not good either. Well, hey, now we can swap Fran out of here easily. Okay, Ashe, you take the lead. Fran, get out of here. Bosch, come back. And we got to the party that I want to have. I think I need to turn on Holy Gambit for Pinello, though. Yes, I do. That would be a useful thing to have. But yeah, the post-game seems to have something for everyone. Places that you can challenge fresh out of the main game, like Nabudis and the Nebras Deadlands, and well, you might be able to do Pharaoh Subterra if you're not underleveled. yeah, tons of bosses. Some of them are fairly easy and straightforward. You have whatever Esper battles you still need to finish up. A haste gun mode. Yeah, the post-game has a haste gun mode. How about that? Collecting other items and treasures and equipment and spells that you may have missed, or some things that are in post-game areas. And then you have the super strong super bosses like Omega MK12, which I did not show him off, at least not in his active form. Yeah, Holy's doing a lot more damage. Oh, here comes Judgment again. Sometimes I'll kind of catch this attack and equip, like, accessories that make you immune to stop just before he unleashes Judgment. You might see that in a little bit. Oh, good. And Bosch used the Chronos Tyrann correct element to start with. Yeah, Holy Spell doing 28,000. That's more than even a couple of Balthier's attacks combined. There's one point in this fight that's gonna get kind of cool. I'll wait for that to actually happen. Meanwhile, other things to do in the post game. Yeah, you've got like the super bosses. You have the Hellworm. You have Yasmat, which I haven't shown off yet, but he's probably the most infamous one in this game. At least he's the one that I've most heard about. And you have the Hellworm here, which I heard nothing about. And you have... yeah, I know I'm missing one. Got Omega, got Yasma. Oh, the 13th Esper, the one I didn't show off. Crap, I looked up his name too, and I don't know it now. I'm gonna feel so bad about forgetting his name. But yeah, you can fight him too. He's at the end of the Henne Mines. I'm just gonna look this up. It's post-commentary. He's doing his Judgment attack again. Let's see here. Am I still alive after that Judgment? Yes, I am. Maybe I should get Fran back on her feet at some point. Yeah. Oh, and I'm getting text messages now. That's wonderful. Let's see. I mean, some of the Espers were even kind of meant to be post-game, like Ultima, which used things that were basically all the attacks, or all the magic barriers that everyone else used. And that was a really neat effect, too. I appreciated that. Zodiac. Zodiac is the 13th guy. We did not show him off because I kind of got sick of the Henne Mines and the enemy spam. By the way, the post-game also has enemy spam in some areas for those who like that sort of thing. I mean, it'd probably be decent for grinding. I bet I could go to the Pharaoh Subterra and just turn on, you know, gambits and let the game kind of auto-level up and just leave it alone. Because that's one of the things that I don't like doing in post-game, is like grinding to level 99 as one of the means of preparing for one of the super bosses. To me, that just doesn't add value to it. But with the gambit system, you know, it's pretty easy to kind of automate your way to level ups even while you're not looking. Worst case scenario would be, you know, my 3 party members died and I come back to the game and I just swap in the other 3. Because the game will kind of pause after your 3 on-screen party members die, if they're all dead at once. And here we go with another judgment. So yeah, this guy, I think by this point in the battle, we've proven that we can deal with him. We've survived his attacks. But there's no reason that this boss fight should be going as long as it has been. Or as long as it's going to go, even. I mean, at this point, it's just kind of ridiculous and kind of trivial to me, and it's the type of thing that I don't really enjoy in post-games. You know, some games like, I'm going to pick on Final Fantasy IV for the DS, because I've been praising Final Fantasy for non-DS versions all the time, and the DS version is probably it is my most hated Final Fantasy in the series. So, yeah, the post-game of that is basically, well, just replay the main game again to collect more augments and level up and get, like, break damage limit augments, so then you can maybe stand a chance against the 2 super bosses of the game. That's not what I consider a good post-game by any means. Final Fantasy XII, I can appreciate the post-game, although I'm not going to do the grinding to level 99, even if I could do it with minimal effort or time on my part. Just on principle, I don't really like grinding to level 99. There is one time in one game where I did grind a character to level 99 as a kid, and, well, when we get to that game, I'll have lots of stories about that. And it wasn't for, like, post-game content or anything. More judgments. We've seen this before. Yes, we know, Hellworm. You're very impressive. So Hellworm, he's basically the younger brother of Yasmat, and, yeah, Yasmat, why don't I have his exact HP written? Okay, well, we're not fighting Yasmat in this part anyways, so I can look that up off camera. Technically, I'm off camera right now, because I'm just sitting here talking and watching the playback of this Hellworm fight. So, yeah, the next boss, Yasmat, I'll reveal his HP later, but he's basically the older brother of this Hellworm. Hellworm, being a dark elemental, he's weak to holy. Yasmat, well, he's a holy dragon, and he's weak to dark, so kind of inverted. I prefer things that have a holy weakness by this point. With the Excalibur sword and the holy spell and the holy lance, yeah, holy weaknesses are very exploitable by my team at this point. And, well, I'd say we've almost got him, but we've got, like, about 75% of his health gone. And yeah, I've got this on hyper mode again, because, well, we're kind of back into that same pattern. Alright, there should be a part coming up here where something neat happens. I don't think it's happened yet. I think it happens when I get down to, like, the last 4 or 5 bars of his health left. So be on the lookout for that. I should be on the lookout for that, too. And, yeah, I mean, I said this kind of at the onset, that there's post-game content I like and post-game content I don't like. And, you know, to compare to another game with post-game content that I'll do, like, most of, but I'll avoid the super bosses, is like the Etrian Odyssey series. I like that Etrian Odyssey series has a, basically a post-game dungeon, or floors, rather. Stratum. Stratum being like a set of floors. It's basically one gigantic dungeon, 30-floor dungeon or whatever. And so yeah, the post game, you'll get to go to the 6th stratum, and you'll get you can pretty much reasonably go there right after beating the final boss. And so I like that, and so I'll explore that area, There'll be some other bosses in the post-game bosses that will unlock, and I'll fight those guys. But then the E3 Odyssey games will typically have like 1 to 3 like super bosses, kind of like Yasmat, Omega MK12, and Zodiac in this one, or we could throw Hellworm in there. And those, I don't ever fight those, or I might attempt to fight it once and just see that I'm severely outclassed. Because once again, this is just kind of just all about throwing big numbers around, like 8.9 million HP. And look how much damage this guy can dish out in one blow. Why are Bosch and Penelo dead? That is not favorable. And I'm also, well, I already kind of spoiled this video for you guys, so it doesn't do me any good to create suspense by saying things like, oh, if I don't beat this guy here, I'll just fight him again off camera and see if I can beat him. Or maybe we'll just end the LP here. Yeah, the downside of post-commentary. I know I said I'd try to make it as live commentary feeling as possible. I hope I've accomplished that for you guys for the most part. But sometimes it's kind of nice having like a post-game knowledge of something, so I'm not just, you know, trying to react to stuff as it's happening all the time. In a game that I'm playing blindly. In a game that I know like the back of my hand, I can tell you all sorts of tips, tricks, strategies, what I normally do, things I try to avoid doing, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Whereas when I play a game blindly, it's kind of like, oh, should I go over here? Oh, should I try this tactic? Oh, look, this is working. I'm surprised. And I've tried to keep my commentary that way too, for the post game, where I act surprised, where I was actually surprised when I was playing it. But yeah, that's kind of the difference between playing a game and doing commentary blindly, or playing a game that I'm familiar with and doing commentary. And this is post-commentary, so it's not really blind, but the gameplay footage is me blind playing. Although this was more like semi-blind, because I knew some of the early game stuff for this, but that was about it. Okay, we need Petrify resistance at this point. So one of the things that Hellworm does is once he gets to a certain point on health, he will just start spamming Stone Breath a lot. So yeah, put Petrify immunity stuff on. Also, since I have Vaughn here, and he really can't do much to this guy, I'm having him use his Expose technique. I don't know if Expose stacks or not. Supposedly I heard that it does. I mean, it looks like it kind of is. And I'm just going to have Bosch chop him with the sword when he gets a moment. And what I really want to do is get Penelo back in here, but that's not really happening when I'm spamming Kuraja. So we'll just go with this for now. And, well, Expose is not a bad tactic. 21,000 damage from Bosch there. That's nice. We're back to doing nice amounts of damage to him. I think he has increased defense. I don't know what he's doing here. I think he's just kind of getting stuck trying to pursue one of my characters, and my character is in the corner. And so it's kind of causing him to waste a little time executing his attack, which I don't mind that at all. I'll take every little bit of assistance I can get with this battle. Yeah, 8.9 million is way too much HP. Way too much HP. And yeah, I said this guy was the little brother to Yasmat, so, yeah, he has more HP. Let's see. Cool moment for Bosch. I've been talking about this the whole battle, too. That should be coming up fairly soon. Oh, yeah, that part. Bosch pulls off a combo when I have it on hyper mode, and it just tore through an entire one of Hellworm's health bars there. I found that really amusing. I wouldn't mind you doing that again, Bosch. Oh my, Ash is dead. Why is Ash dead? Why is Vaughn dead? Why are bad things happening? I was using invert. Invert is rude. Don't use invert. Okay, you can use Blizzaga. Oh, hi Vaughn, you're back. Can I get rid of you yet? I'm ready for Pinello. Well, I guess I'm not ready for Pinello because she's still kind of dead. Although, I don't know how many times Expose can stack. So, I'm trying to get Vaughn out of here, or trying to do something different. Maybe even get Balthier back in here. So yeah, some of this post-game content I've liked, some of it I haven't liked. But I do appreciate that it's there, even if it's the type of content that I don't like, because it's still there for those who do like to grind for that sort of stuff. And there's even other things to do that I haven't shown off. For instance, you can go to the Fawn Coast and join the Hunters Guild or whatever, and that will unlock a bunch of rare hunts, or not rare hunts, but rare monsters in a lot of the areas. And you can go around and hunt for those. There aren't like official hunts like our official side quest hunts, but yeah, I don't care for that, because they all have spawning conditions. I don't like spawning conditions on monsters in these games. I just want to encounter them. We're on to the last bar of health. We almost got this guy. And now watch him wipe us all out. Wouldn't that be something? No, I think you can tell who's going to win this. Come on, get there. Yes! Whew. What a battle. And the Hellworm is down. Dang. So yeah, next time we'll try Yasmat, and it'll be a really shortened video. I'm not gonna show off the entire battle, regardless of how it goes, and I'll just kind of describe how it goes. Or some of the parts you skip. And yeah, next part will be the final part. We'll take on Yasmat, and well, we'll wrap up a couple other pieces of business. No, not Zodiac or Omega MK12. Not going back to either of those places. So yeah, I'll see you next time for the finale of Final Fantasy XII.